It's June 29, 2023, and I've got 3 free best bets for you. Let's go. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks, plays of the day as we try to just make some money together and run up a bag. Yesterday, we got back on the winning track. We love to see it. 2-1 on the day. Cashed in on the Deladone rebounds. We might be onto something in the WNBA there. We cashed in on our 2-leg hitter parlay. Shout out to Mark Simeon for getting it done. Shout out to Lane Thomas for getting it done. We did lose on our Pittsburgh and Padres Murphy's Day as Blake Snell gave up a home run in the bottom of the inning. I was not expecting that to happen, but hey, it happens. 2-1 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here. We're slowly coming back, trying to get back over 500. So let's keep that momentum going from yesterday. Hopefully we can keep building. As always, I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel, as it definitely helps the algorithm as we're just trying to grow and help more people become better bettors. And let's dive into our first best bet of the day. For my first best bet of the day, I'm going over to Fenway Park in Boston, and I'm going with the Red Sox on the first 5 in the money line, and the best odds I've seen is about -120 or so. I like this pick as we have a pretty good pitching matchup here between Brian Bello and Jesus Luzardo. Now, the Marlins have been in good form of late. They've won their last 4 in a row, but truthfully, it's hard to get a sweep in the majors. I saw a stat the other day, I don't know where I saw it, maybe it was on Gambling Twitter, but I saw a stat that said like less than 20% of the series end in a sweep. So that's pretty interesting to check out. So right now, obviously, the Red Sox have lost the first 2 games of this series, and I do think the Red Sox can pull out this one, as I just don't really see them getting swept by the Marlins, who, like I said, have been in good form. And Luzardo, he's coming off a pretty strong start. He pitched 7 innings of shutout ball, 2 hits, 9 strikeouts against the Pirates in his last start. He has shown at times that he can be susceptible. He can give up some runs. He can get knocked around. He faced the Mariners back on the 12th of June, and in that matchup, he gave up 6 runs in 4 innings. And then he also faced the Padres at the beginning of the month, where he gave up 5 runs in 5 innings. So there we go. We've seen at times that he's been able to get hit, give up runs, and that's the part that concerns me, because the Red Sox have been hitting left-handed pitchers really well over the last month. They're top 5 in WRC+. Also, Fenway is a hitter-friendly ballpark, so a lot of balls travel in Fenway, especially right now during this time of year. And Luzardo has struggled on the road as well. It's a 5.45 ERA on the road, which is a pretty big jump when you consider that he has a 2.65 ERA at home. Because of all these factors, I really think this is a great setup for the Red Sox to get it done. I don't trust their bullpen in this matchup, so that is why I'm going with the first 5 money line over just the full game money line, because I do think that their bullpen is not as good as the Marlins. So if it is close late, then that could be, one of the things that keeps me off of it in the full game. But I'm also just a big fan of Brian Bello, who's pitching for the Red Sox. 5-4 in the year, 3.27 ERA, and he's been in really good form. He's back-to-back starts where he's only given up 1 earned run, and he pitches late into games as well. You love to see that. That means he's got great control. He limits the amount of walks that he gives up, and he's a pitch-to-contact type guy. Gives up a lot of ground balls. So because of that, I think that the Marlins should have their struggles today. Brian Bello is a pitcher that I've been tracking over the last month and a half or so. Been a big fan of him since he started to find his rhythm here in the majors. So give me the Red Sox on the first 5 in the money line to get it done. For my second best bet of the day, I'm headed over to the WNBA, and I'm going with a player prop like I did yesterday, and I'm taking Breanna Stewart over 9.5 rebounds. The best odds I've seen is -110 on DraftKings. And now we've got a good matchup in this one. Liberty versus the Aces, Breanna Stewart versus Asia Wilson. This is what you're looking for if you're betting WNBA. Like, this is the marquee matchup, the 2 best teams in the league right now. We love to see them. We love to see these regular season matchups, and Breanna Stewart has started off the year really well for her new team. If you didn't know that, she signed with the Liberty. She's averaging 22.6 points per game and 10.3 rebounds per game. So she's getting it done. She's back in that MVP form. Although she did not go over this rebound total in her last game, as she's hooked at 9, she still has been very active on the boards in recent games. 3 of her last 5 games, she recorded double-digit rebounds, and 7 of her last 10 has she recorded double-digit rebounds, and 3 of those times she hooked at 9 as well. So that goes to show that she's very active on the boards. She is the leading rebounder on this team. The next closest person after her 10.3 rebounds is like averaging like 6.5 rebounds. So Breanna Stewart is the go-to person to grab rebounds, and because of that, I really like backing her in this matchup. And then when you look on the other side, you see Asia Wilson has had double-digit double-digit rebounds in her last 6 games in a row and 8 of her last 9, but her rebound line is at 10.5, so I'm really not too big of a fan of grabbing that. But the bigger thing about that is if Asia Wilson is grabbing a lot of rebounds and Breanna Stewart is most likely going to be guarding Asia Wilson, then guess what? That means there's a lot of opportunities for Breanna Stewart to grab rebounds as well, because the two opponents will probably be backing each other down, shooting the mid-range, a little pull-up jumper here and there. And because of that, there's going to be a lot of activity on the boards. And I think this is just going to be a close one in general, just a playoff type atmosphere between these two really great teams. And the Aces have also shown that they're willing to give up rebounds as well. In their last game, they gave up 14 rebounds to Aaliyah Boston, and they played the Fever in back-to-back games. And the game before that, Boston also had 9 rebounds. So you see she's grabbing those rebounds, very active. And Boston's not one of those girls who has like super big rebounding stats either. So to kind of see her grab those double-digit rebounds there is a pretty big sign. And in their game before that, they gave up 10 rebounds to Megan Gustafson of the Mercury. So now we talk about the Fever, we talk about the Mercury. Those are two of the bottom barrel teams in the WNBA, and they're giving up double-digit rebounds to them. So just imagine Breanna Stewart in a marquee matchup between two playoff teams, maybe a WNBA Finals preview. That to me is going to scream, hey, a lot of missed shots, a lot of intensity, big stars are stepping up. So because of that, I really like Breanna Stewart to grab these rebounds. You may also want to look at Sydney or Kelsey Plum's points. I think there's some value on the secondary stars to be able to step up as well. Well, that's actually it for me today. I don't have 3 best bets for you, only 2 best bets. I know I said I got 3, but you know what? You got to learn from your mistakes, especially when you're not in a rhythm like I haven't been. And yesterday, I had 2 of my best bets, and guess what? Those are the 2 that hit. And last second, I was like, let me add the 3rd, and that's when I added the Nerfy, and guess what? I lost on that one. So I'm learning from my mistakes. You should do this as well when you're in a little rut or you're not just hitting all your games. This is something that I like to do, so this way I can get back in a rhythm. I listen to my gut, I listen to the data, I listen to the analysis, I analyze some of the things that I've been doing. I just try to check to see where I can get a little bit better. And like I said yesterday, I forced a 3rd play. Don't want to make that mistake again. So we're only going with 2 best bets today. Not too big of a fan of this baseball slate, so I kind of have to dive into these numbers a little bit more when I get a little bit more information later on today. But as always, make sure you're clicking the link in the bio, so this way you can join the Telegram group and you can stay up to date on all the other picks and plays that we're going to be dropping throughout the day. And as always, can't wait to see the bread that you're making dictate your fate. Let's get after today. Good luck. See you tomorrow.